finished the story.
And we are back again. Days after Backlash. Not a bad weekend for Backlash, actually. Good show. But how are we doing?
All right, pal. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. As you can see, guys, Ted's in again. Ted's come and joined us. There must have been a New Japan show this weekend.
New Japan correspondent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a good weekend for New Japan as well this week. So good fun. Good cool show. Loads of wrestling to watch. So I can never complain about a weekend that I have like 3 pay-per-views to watch. So that's never a bad weekend.
Matthew, how are you?
Same shit, different day, innit? Same
Come
shit,
on.
different day. All good, mate. All good. Had a good stream Saturday. Had a bit of a laugh with some people that joined in on the comments and stuff. Tomo joined us. Shout out to Tomo. He was there, not camera because he doesn't have a camera, so he was there with the over Discord. But he got involved and we spoke about wrestling with him, so that was fun. And then Backlash was ace. French crowd are crazy.
Yeah, they were mad. Did you see that picture of somebody's Apple Watch on the Friday night? Recorded over.
Yeah.
It was Triple H's. I know it was Triple H's
Yeah.
stuff. It was in French. Recorded over 100 decibel sound barrier, whatever.
Oh, I've seen Triple H's one. I didn't see the French one. I saw Triple H's and Michael Cole's as well. He put his on.
Yeah, no, there was somebody. It was somebody in the crowd. It was all in French. All I can work out was 100 decibel. I was like, fuck. But then you seen the picture of AJ in the ring and the fucking camera was going.
Shaking. It was.
Yeah. But, it was a good show. Like I say, crowd was absolutely up for it. Massively. The matches were good as well for a change. Normally you get a couple of stinkers, but actually quite a decent show.
It was solid.
We said that last year. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We said that last year, and because we saw Omos versus Seth Rollins, and we were like, "What the fuck is that on a pay per view for?"
I was thinking though.
Seth Rollins made Omos look like the Big Show. Looks like he was a decent big man, and he's not. But even that match wasn't bad, and it's like, what the fuck? So yeah, the crowd really was meant, and each match. I weren't bored on any of the matches. It was good. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
I ended up watching it on Sunday because I got back late on Saturday. So yeah, I watched it on Sunday. No, I was engaged all the way. No, I know when I'm bored, I pick my phone up and play on my phone. I don't remember playing my phone.
I was picking my phone up just to see comments and stuff because it kept blanking on air for me because YouTube's live thing was having a bit of an issue. But other than that, I weren't like texting or anything. I was focused on the pay-per-view. It was good. Good night. Excuse me.
Good. Yeah. Fair enough. Well, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. See what one I'm wearing. It's not a WWE one this week. It's the Top Guys FTR. So Top Guys FTR. It's actually the one I wore when I met them. AW crate. Oh, Matthew's got his Edge one on.
Done it all.
And the Claim the Kingdom one. With Pharaoh.
He had a pooch on it. I had to buy it. Because we all were Pharaoh. But please don't think
where did you get your shirt from?
I got it from. Oh, I got this one. No, this was his EuroShop. It is a EuroShop purchase, this one, I believe. And I used the link below to get 5% off.
He's still learning.
Yeah.
He'll get there. I'll get there. Link in description below. Help the fellas out. Every penny that you spend there goes back into the pod so we can make videos or get AEW pay-per-views and stuff like that. Anyway, people, Tanga Loa is Camacho. I did not know that till today. It's blown my mind. And I say that because Backlash was Saturday.
Yeah.
As I said, we did a live stream. John, you said you watched it the day after?
Yeah,
did you watch it Sunday?
Yeah.
Ted?
I watched it Sunday into Monday. It was, so like I say, I had NJ to try and watch as well.
You did. So, he's doing our videos for New Japan. There's a little video coming out later. Well, it'll be on this evening. Just a little short one on what Ted's going to do for us going forward. Anyway, Backlash was in France. SmackDown was ace. The night before, Friday night, SmackDown was like, even though the card wasn't strong, and I think this breaks my heart when I say this. They were so loud until Karrion Kross came out. And then they went dead quiet.
They were quiet when AJ came out, though, as well, on Friday. They were absolutely silent.
Yeah, I mean, with AJ, you could hear if like, a few chants trying, but with Karrion, there was just no.
That's just like in the UK, though, to be fair. Well, it's just, well, not in the UK, the US. No one gives it, no one cares when he comes out, unfortunately.
I really like him, and I really want to get behind him, and I try to. I don't it's just hard to get behind, isn't he?
I think Vince killed him, and I think because he came from TNA when he was Killer Cross, and he was absolutely brilliant over there. Came into NXT, his NXT run at the beginning was great. Then he got pulled up to the main roster very, very quickly. They didn't do much with him, and then they put him in that shitty gladiator gimmick, and it murdered him. And they let him go.
Yeah,
and I think as much as it hasn't been mentioned, I do think people struggle to get over that poor gimmick that he was trying to get over because of Vince. And
cheers, Vince.
I think as well, AOP are a great tag team. I don't feel like they need Karrion Kross. I feel like Karrion Kross needs AOP.
I agree.
And
sadly,
I don't feel like they need the old geezer, is it? Even Paul Ellering.
Oh no, you got a Paul Ellering with him.
Yeah, you got a Paul. Yeah, we all love
you got a Paul with him.
Yeah, but
that'd be like taking Scarlett away from Karrion.
Yeah, but Scarlett could be the mouthpiece for them. She could be the one cutting the promos. Paul's just there now wearing one glove, and
he's always wore the one glove.
Yeah, I know. I find him weird.
So I don't know if either you follow Johnny Gargano, aka Johnny Wrestling, on socials.
Probably.
WWE flew him over to Marseille. So he set off on Saturday from Florida to France. That's a 10-hour flight to go and do a house show in Marseille, to then fly him all the way back on the same night. He didn't stay in Marseille. He flew back on the same night after the house show to fly home. WWE flew him out to not use him on the pay-per-view, to just use him on the house show the night after, to then fly him all the way back to America. That sent like the most pointless travel. Yeah.
Seems like Andrade was flown out as well. Did he? I can't remember if he wrestled on SmackDown.
No, Ray did against Carlito in a dark match, but that was it.
Andrade and Charlotte were both out there as well.
Did.
Oh, I
Charlotte
thought Charlotte
play yet.
Yeah, well, she would have went out there because they've been romancing it up in Paris the last couple of days as well.
A-Town Down Under versus Street Profits, LA Knight versus Angel, AOP versus New Catch Republic, and Bayley, Naomi, Bianca, and Jade versus Damage Control and Tiffany Stratton was the matches.
Right, so I've got something to say about Tiffany Stratton. Right, I weren't sold, but this weekend I'm a little bit more sold on her.
She's a star, mate.
Yeah, she is. She's really, really good. I was very surprised how good she is.
Quality. Yeah, she's mint, Tiffany Stratton. She'll be champion after SummerSlam. Bayley will hold it till SummerSlam, and then Tiffany will win it. Tiffany's the next champ.
I'll give it that she was one of the better in the free match in the main event on the title match on Saturday. Her and Bayley carried it. I'm not a fan of Naomi.
No, you never have been, have you?
No, but I'm still to be sold onto it. I can see where you're coming from. Both of you with her. I just feel, I think, and it might just be because obviously the way she looks and stuff. I just feel like we're trying to be sold on over Charlotte Flair to a degree.
Don't see it. I see Mandy Rose more than anything.
Yeah, that's the one.
It was all the handstands and stuff like that. Early Charlotte was doing them and stuff like that. But don't get me wrong, she was still good. I did enjoy the match. I'm not saying anything bad. I haven't been sold on her just yet.
Obviously, none of them are as good as Roxanne Perez, but that's neither here nor there. So.
Oh, none of them are better than Alexa Bliss, so that's all right, isn't it? Which we'll get onto very soon. So we kicked off Backlash with the Bloodline, Solo and Tama versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. It quickly escalated, which I didn't get at one point because they got into the ring, separated them where they could have just rang the bell and done the match, but they did it to get a street fight out of it, which it needed a stipulation. That match needed a stipulation. I said
We
that.
called that a few weeks ago. We called it a couple of weeks ago. We called that a couple of weeks ago.
It. Yeah,
Said it would either be done on the Friday night or it'd be done on the night.
Yeah. It needed it, and it was a quality match. It was absolute mint. It was chaos. In the arena, in the fans. Kevin Owens stacking up chairs in Tama on the back of the chairs every time he set up a chair was funny.
Yeah, he did that were a mint spot.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. Yeah, no, just the match as a whole was quality, and then obviously we got the debut of Jacob Fatu. No, it wasn't.
Everybody on the stream was banging on. Everybody else's streams, and like I said to you before, I wanted to highlight everybody who didn't know who it was. Like, that's Jake. Is that Fatu? Like, oh, come on, guys.
So,
come on.
If I would have known he was Camacho, I would have known. But I'm not gonna sit here and I do what Santi Sap did. I don't watch New Japan. I don't know who any of the others are. I knew Tama because I've seen pictures and videos of him. I've not seen any of the others, even though he tagged with him in New Japan. So I was like, oh my god, Jacob Fatu. And then I was like, hang on a minute.
He's a little bit smaller.
Fatu, he had long hair.
He's got no dreads. He's physically, so Jacob Fatu's obviously a bit of a chubbier man like myself, where Tango is quite muscular like myself. As soon as he come down and I didn't see the dreads, I knew it went Fatu. I just weren't quite sure who I was looking at that point because it's a Samoan dynasty. It could literally just be one they've picked off the street.
It could be Naya. It could be Tamina at this point. We don't know.
Yeah. This is it. Oh, so I was like, hang on a minute. I knew instantly, like I said, I knew it weren't Fatu straight away. And then for a split second, I'm like, it's not Zilla. No, it's definitely not Zilla. And he turned around and was like, yes, I'm good with that. I am very good with that.
So, yeah, no news sources reported it because they didn't know. And apparently it
That's
got
the way
signed.
it should be.
I know, innit? So Sean Rossap must be crying in his cornflakes.
Dave Meltzer's, he can't do his review this week because he still can't get over that no one told him that.
They're all upset, crying to each other and crying what Triple H said in the press conference afterwards. And yeah, I didn't know who he was. At first I was like, oh my god, Jacob Fatu. And then I heard Michael go, it's Tangaloa, and I was like, oh, it's Tangaloa. And I said that on the stream as well, so it's all on there. Yeah, he messed the debut up a little. He messed it up a little bit because he didn't get his cue right, or the person on the ring didn't tell him his cue right. Because on camera it looks like he got it perfect, and then when someone filmed it on the crowd from ringside, you saw the referee count to 2 and then pull himself out the ring before Tanga got there and pulled him. And I was like, so we fucked it up. But that was must have been the guy under the ring not telling him. Must be Hornswoggle not telling him when to go on.
Bloody
Swoggle being busy.
Yeah,
but
honestly,
WWE have just signed probably one of the best tag teams that New Japan's ever had. Probably one of the best tag teams around, mate. I would put these in a bracket with FTR, Young Bucks, Usos, and the New Day.
Oh shit! Really? That good?
God was sick. It was so good.
And this is what we mean to talk about. It's just you give me a little ring. I give him a little ring, and they need to be packaged as Gorilla of Destiny to get over and work really well. But the issue is the word gorilla, because WWE might not want to use that. So, because it's not gorilla as in the apes, it's gorilla as in warfare.
Yeah.
But if they let them go full God, face paint.
Oh, the masks and stuff. They'd be so
Power Ranger outfits. Right, it's
Power Ranger outfits. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
So Tama comes down in like a mask with like light up eyes. It looks so like if you've seen the Red Hood in Batman, like that sort of, he's got that sort of helmet, like with light up eyes, and it's sick. It's such a sick presentation. It's so good. But yeah, so I'm hoping, I'm praying, because I don't know if you
merch, mate.
If you heard the commentary between Cole and Graves, like Graves said, "Oh, it's been guerrilla warfare tonight," and then Cole went, "It's like Destiny's arrived. Destiny's been brought true," and that so like to sort of hint at the God thing.
Oh,
I think they tested it with the gorilla. I think that's where they've tested to see how people react to the word gorilla being used in a ring where it's mixed race men wrestling and stuff like that.
Fair play.
But yeah, no, we are on board for we are on course to have some banger tag team matches, especially when the Usos I'm 100% sure now after them attacking Jimmy and then them sort of making an interaction between Jay and the three of them, I'm certain the Usos are getting back together soon. Obviously,
I do, but not as a full tag team.
No, I think it's a part-time bit.
And then,
take these down. Take these down. One and done sort of jobby, or a couple of matches, but not a full-time tag. I think
Jay's a War Games thing.
I think Jay's surpassed the tag team realm right now.
Yeah,
I think
mate, he is superstardom, single superstar.
I reckon after this weekend again, he's shown. I reckon obviously Damien's on course to lose, as we think, to Drew a clash to give Drew his crowning crowd moment that he wants
again
and deserves,
and absolutely deserves. But I reckon Jay's the one to take it from Drew there afterwards.
I reckon it's Punk.
No, I don't think they'll cash in on Punk. I think they'll cash in on Drew first.
I think Jay will win Money in the Bank. And it'll be Punk that beats him for it, and then Jay cashes in on Punk.
Yeah, well, I could do it that way. I reckon.
Or Seth beats Drew again, and then Jay and Seth go forward for the title.
Yeah, maybe. I reckon if he's fit, Dom's winning Money in the Bank, but we'll get the Money in the Bank when he gets here.
Aye.
Come on,
but,
I'm for it, mate. I'll follow Dirty Dom's briefcase.
And Liv Morgan.
And Liv Morgan, yeah.
And Liv, poor mummy. Buddy Murphy's back anyway, so that's just confirmed it, hasn't it? Let's just.
Can I just say something about Buddy Murphy? Did anyone watch? When was it? Was it this week on
Dynamite against Copeland?
Yeah. So do you reckon it was a legit injury or a?
No,
I've not seen this week's. I've been unwell this week, so I've literally been just getting by. I didn't work from home this week either, so.
So they both hit the spot where they cross body each other, right? And they hit the stomach first each. Then Buddy went back into his corner, and then it looked like he was coughing up blood. Like he was coughing up blood, and he was holding his stomach. But then he managed to. They kind of carried on, and there were still shots to that area. So it was very weird. It was very strange.
If you think back through history, like Romans brought up blood and stuff, it's a what is it? It's like a vessel in the mouth or something. There's a vessel somewhere that when they do certain moves, it'll pop the vessel, and that's what brings the blood up. It's not dangerous. It's just like a little vessel that's popped and the blood comes out. It depends how much blood he was like. Then again, you got blood capsules too for effect, haven't you? Too.
Yeah.
It was a lot of blood. So they cut away from him for a little bit. In the corner, and it were a bit weird because I thought, oh shit, because I was watching it and I would talk to my friend while I was watching, and I'm like, oh shit. And he was like, "Oh, what's up?" And I told him. And then it was really weird because the match kind of stopped, but then it carried on. And then they were still doing, Edge was still aiming for his body, it was a work, but it didn't look it didn't feel like a work. If that makes sense. So it was still good.
I need to watch it. I need to watch. Weirdly, Matthew, I watched Rampage and Collision last week.
Oh,
you did say you were going to do that.
Well, I tell a lie. I watched half a Rampage.
There you go. I knew it wouldn't be all of it.
I did watch Collision though. I enjoyed Collision, and I did enjoy the first half of Rampage when it was Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta. because it's parking lot brawl. If you haven't seen their parking lot brawls in the past, they're fucking brutal. They're great. Did I watch all? I feel like I might have watched all Collision the day after, you know. I can't remember. I said I had to watch it. I did say I was going to watch it. I needed to watch that parking lot brawl match because they're fucking great matches. I'm just unsure where it goes now because Nobeb came out and talked to Thingy, didn't he? Don Callis came out to Trent afterwards. So, but yeah, back to
Didn't he walk
Backlash.
out with Thingy though? On Dynamite,
Orange.
he walked out with Orange.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was Orange he was talking to. Sorry, Orange, not Trent. Forgive me. Yeah. It was Orange. He came out and spoke to Whisper to Orange, and they walked off together.
Yeah. So, but no, I don't. I've just been looking through the news for the past week, and there's no news on any injury to him. So,
Yeah.
and normally Sean Sapp would be the first one to say something, and I'm mentioning him a lot because of what's happened. Bayley defeated Naomi and Tiffany Stratton in a triple threat match for the women's title. Tiffany Stratton, star. Bayley, just Bayley. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what you get with Bayley. 5-star match. Naomi, I like Naomi, so I'm not going to say anything bad about Naomi. I really like her.
But the one thing I will say though is Naomi's wanting this Usos sort of reunion. They did the 1D, so she's using her husband's finisher to try and get him in the mindset.
Well,
to come back and beat Usos.
Michael Cole called it a double. I can't remember, double standing net break or something like that. He called it, and then Bully Ray on Twitter went, "That's not that move. That's the 3D." And then someone underneath it put, "No, it's the 1D." And I thought, fucking hell, how many more names does it need?
No, he did acknowledge it being a 1D. They used a 1D though as well on Backlash. Because even I was like, oh, they're acknowledging this again. Tamina joined a new bloodline, and Naomi has to join the originals, the OGs.
Imagine Naomi coming out with Roman Reigns next to her. You know,
Roman Reigns with the fucking glow trainers on.
Yeah, now you're talking. Glow.
Roman's new gimmick. That's it. He comes back, takes Solo on in Tribal Warfare for the head of the table. Solo kicks his ass, and he goes backstage. He's like, "What do I do now? Oh, we will." And then in walks Naomi just with a pair of gloves. She was like, "Next week, Roman Reigns with the glow sticks."
I would pay all the money in the world to see that.
I would be like, "I'm done."
One and done. Tiffany Stratton star, Bayley star. I like Naomi, so I'm not going to say anything bad about her. But I can see why people don't like her. She can be very sloppy in the ring sometimes.
Do you know what? I'm bored with the glow gimmick. I don't. It just reminds me of. She can be good. I think the glow thing now is just doing my head in, but that's just me being grumpy.
Yeah, it probably is, to be fair. Damien Priest defeated Jey Uso, which we all knew was going to happen, but the ovation. By the way, back to the Bloodline match when Orton came out. They sang his song all the way through.
Yeah, they did. It was incredible. It was so good.
It was min. It was absolute quality. I hate Solo's song, by the way. Taking it all. I fucking hate it. Definitely everyone needs to fuck off. Orton, though, they sang his song all the way through. It was sick. Really enjoyed it. And then they obviously sang all Jey Uso's, and then when he got onto the turnbuckle to do his thing, the Fireflies came out because Jey Uso also mentioned the Fireflies are back on Twitter. And it was, they went mental for Jey Uso, didn't they? Jey Uso was a star.
Right. I've been a big fan of Jey since this whole thing started with him and Roman last year over the real Tribal Chief stuff, and he's just gone from strength to strength, which that's why I like what you said. I don't mind him getting back with Jimmy, at some point, but I don't want that as a permanent.
Not as a
thing.
full-time thing. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It can't be.
He showed his quality in that storyline when Jimmy was injured the first time round and Hell in a Cell and stuff. That's when his quality came through.
Yeah, with Roman. Yeah.
With Roman. And it just took time.
I agree. Bianca and Jade defeated the Kabuki Warriors. Right. I'm going to start now. So,
Okay.
how WWE, I'll say it again because I said it last. I just said it during the awards. How WWE have made Jade Cargill feel unstoppable and like she's a superhero. Again, is the way Mercedes Moné should be portrayed.
$1,000,000,000%.
Mate, did you see that move where was it Kairi saying she picked her up to put her as in
on her shoulders, flipped her around.
Mate, Jade Cargill. I mean, I'm probably going to be biased anyway because I really like her. WWE, the crowd were fucking well behind her, and they've always been behind her since she's been on TV week in, week out. Only being with Bianca is going to make her better.
Yeah, Bianca's helping to get over with an audience that doesn't know who she is until she came in. Because we say that all the time. If you don't, they didn't watch AEW. They've made a big. This woman's come across. They've just made a big hoo-ha over, and then she's disappeared. They're going to use Bianca to get her over. And I'm like that with the whole making her look really, really strong, because there was points when Kairi Sane was trying to do things to her, and she was just literally like swatting away like a fucking fly.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking down the lines, like Kairi Sane's size, you think of the people coming that they've got in WWE around that size. You've got Bliss, guys in NXT, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade and stuff. When they come up to the main roster, she can't be just swatting these people away.
I know. I get what you mean. I get you.
Bliss is the big one for me. Obviously the other two got along probably a little while before, but Bliss is due to come back.
Yeah, but she ain't going to get involved in any of that. She's with the Wyatt. She's with the Wyatts.
But hypothetically speaking, if they did, because they're talking of putting Bliss and Nikki Cross into that group, so that's a female tag team. So there could be a potential chance the tag team's going up.
No, don't want it. Gets to keep her away from that. I said it about the Fiend. That faction does not need titles.
It doesn't, but they'll put gold around it somewhere.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be Dexter Lumis or Joe Gacy.
So I want
two are going to be in this faction.
Well, I've heard mixed things for Joe Gacy, and that's what I'm sitting there thinking. I've heard two different things for Joe Gacy.
Well,
so I've heard
this morning.
He's nailed. I've seen that when he's nailed on to come up as part of it. But I've also seen floating around last week that his run, the beginning of his run's going to be independently run as well. So he's going to run on his own. But that was way last week, and obviously the stuff now where the names have all been apparently leaked and stuff for who's joining it. We said weeks ago, actually said it when Bray was starting tinkering with the Wyatt Six, that Gacy is a perfect fit for it. Absolutely. I'm ready for it now. Just give me it.
I hope it happens tonight, because tonight's Raw is the first time ever they've released the full an 8-card match, 8-match card on Raw. They've never released a Raw that's got that many matches on it. But some of the matches, we're going to get into it soon, but some of the matches are going to be fucking bangers for King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring. Forgive me.
Yeah, my little sister's boyfriend was saying about it this week. This weekend.
It looks so good. I think I might stay up and watch it. That's how much I will watch it.
I'll tell you will be.
I'll probably watch most of it, but I'm up early tomorrow. I'm going to take my little niece out.
Oh, I might do a live stream. No, I've done no advertisement for it. Yeah, so the new tag team champions, Bianca and Jade. We all knew it was going to happen sometime or another. It's right, keep them on them for a bit, make them look. Do you know what? They could actually make the tag titles mean something.
Yeah, just about to say that. This could be the push then for my tag title needs. But the question is then, though, because they're now free agents technically across 2 brands.
Yeah.
they do the same thing as they've done with the men's and make a Raw and SmackDown version of them titles eventually down the line. I think if anything, they may fizzle out and disappear.
And bring in a mid-card.
Who did I watch? It was the 9 pictures video across for Backlash. And they pitched for Bianca and Jade to go through the entire tag team women's division and then say there's no one else to fight. So here's a US title equivalent for the women and like Jade versus Bianca and say for Mania for that belt. So it fizzles out the tag belts, but it gives the women another singles belt to go for, which I think that'd be right.
The issue of that for me is Asuka NXT coming up to the main roster was so untouchable. Went through, everybody came up, and then she lost, and it's been a mix. Who do you have losing? If they go untouchable and go on an almighty run, Bianca. Who loses?
Bianca.
Yeah, you have Jade.
Jade Cargills the newest thing. If Bianca loses, it's not the end of the world. So I mean, she can go and face Becky for the title or Rhea for the title or whatever. Jade Cargill loses, it could do damage because of how green she is. You'd have Jade winning, be the face of the mid-card division or whatever until she's ready to go for the main title for Charlotte, because that's what match is going to happen eventually.
And that's the match that everyone wants.
Yeah, and go like that. That's how I do it. Personally. Well, that's just me. Then the main event. Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles, Undisputed WWE Championship. Apparently today there's word that they've dropped the Undisputed bit and they're just calling it the WWE title. Don't know how true that is. I've tried looking for news sources. I've always seen it
Friday.
Incredible. So
we'll see Friday. We'll hear it.
Cody versus AJ. Now, my thoughts going into this was every time AJ gets a dream match in WWE, it's shit. Shinsuke Nakamura, crap at WrestleMania. It was dreadful. I fell asleep.
Badly booked. So badly booked.
Yeah. Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar. First match was great. Second match was poor. Third match was good. Cody and AJ and Roman. We never got a good match out of Roman and AJ. I think the only one. Did we ever have AJ and Seth?
Yeah, we would have done.
Yeah.
I can't, off the top of my head, I can't remember a match or a feud with it. They've always been on separate brands.
Ooh,
Samoa Joe and AJ in WWE was poor.
Yeah, it was meh.
Going into this, I was like,
I think
it's going to be one of those.
The Samoa Joe one, I think there was, because we've seen it so many times, the high expectation.
Exactly, and it was shit. And again, Vince McMahon booking. Going into this, I didn't have high hopes.
By the way,
I fucking enjoyed that match.
Seth Rollins
was such a good match, Cody and AJ.
Yeah,
really enjoyed it. I hate this when AEW do it, and I'll stand up if it's done right. It's done right. If Kenny did, because Kenny's done it and Adam Page has done it, and it's done right. If it's like a Will Hobbs doing it, it don't make fucking sense. He get hit with a move and kicked out after one, and carried on. And I thought at the time I went fucking stupid. Why the fuck do you do that? You know what I mean? Sell the move. But then when I watched it back,
you literally moaned about that the other week.
It absolutely annoys me. Sell a move. Austin Aries, when Johnny Impact fucking did that move, Bound for Glory, and then just got up and walked off and didn't say kayfabe. Does my head in.
Yeah,
but when it's so, if it's obviously. If it's someone like Dante Martin in AEW, and I don't know, fucking Daddy Magic, is that another?
Yeah.
Right. So if it's them two in a match, and Daddy Magic just kicks up after doing a super kick or something, or his finisher, it fucking annoys me. There's no need for it. If it's a big match like Adam Page and Swerve, or Kenny and Okada or something like that, fine, fair enough, because it's the match, it's what it is. That was fine in the end. And when we were watching it back, or we watched it back today, I didn't have an issue with it in the end.
So there's only one other time it works fine is if it may be a mid-card match, but they're having an absolute stormer and they're going back and forth and they hit the move and then they no-sell it, pop back up, and they hit like you say, a super kick or a high kick, and they both collapse in the ring.
Yeah.
That's the
fair
time in a mid-card where, because that's what happened the other week when you were moaning about it. It was Swerve. Who did he face the first match? Carl Fletcher no-sold it, but then they got up and he kicked each other and they both hit the deck. That's the only time it works.
Yeah, it does. It's Carl fucking Fletcher. That was swerving Jericho or swerving Okada or swerving Take a Shitter. I'd understand.
I think it also.
Takeshita, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Welcome to Ted. Welcome. We have been calling Takeshita to Take a Shitter for a good 2 years now. We actually did stop. We did stop, and it was in jest because we couldn't say his name. It wasn't. We had to make sure we said it. When we said it, we made people aware of it. We couldn't say his name, and on paper, it literally spells "take a shitter." So that's what it's called. But no, for me, I think as well, I can see where it annoys you with Carl Fletcher, because it's Carl Fletcher, where I've watched Carl Fletcher for a few years on the independents. Carl Fletcher's the decent wrestler when he gets booked right, and it worked for me. I enjoyed when he kicked up and they both collapsed, because that gives the audience a bit of a time to go, "Wee," gives them a breather and hooks back in. But I do get it. But I do get it if it's like, let me pick two randomers off my head now.
I could Tegan Knox and
Natalia. Elias and Rick Boogs do it. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, you got no. Even if they're having a banging match, I'm like, no, don't. Just don't.
Not needed. Don't need it.
Not needed.
But yeah, that match, mate, that was mint. I enjoyed that.
Mate, it was great. I had high hopes going into it, and it kept up the high hopes. I knew I was getting a good match in the first couple of minutes, and it was Zoe that picked it up, not me. When Cody did something to AJ, and then he did the the handstand that, and AJ went, "Motherfucker." I knew at that instant we were getting a great match.
I like Stardust. I'm just saying, I did like Stardust.
Mate, I hate Stardust.
It was fucking hilarious.
I hate Stardust.
It was fun.
And the fact that how much Cody detests Stardust.
No, I know. And like, as wrestling fans, we go, "Now we don't like that shit." I enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious.
I'll hold my hands up, was not a fan of it, and I'm not just saying it because how big of a Cody fan I am now. I was never a fan of Stardust. I think because I wanted the natural Cody Rhodes, the dashing Cody Rhodes. I liked the Rhodes Scholars and stuff like that. I preferred him like that. And we already had a Goldust.
Yeah,
I hated the Tash.
The Tash for Ben.
Tash, no, it was awful, mate. It was
dashing Cody Rhodes, mate. It was great.
That wasn't dashing. That was pervert. That was nonsense.
Having
a Tash like that's nonsense. The
dashing Cody Rhodes stuff when he used the promos.
No. See, yours is fine because it's part of a beard. It looks okay. When it's like Ted Lasso, I'm saying that because I've just started watching Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso's, it's a bit nonsense, in it. Do you know what I mean? Out of 10, Backlash.
I'd give it an 8. 8 and 9 for me.
On the night, I gave it a 10.
See, WrestleMania Night 2, Cody winning the belts at 10 for me.
So this is something that I try to do anyway. WrestleMania, I take when I'm rating the pay-per-views throughout the year, especially when it comes to the awards, I take WrestleMania out of the equation because WrestleMania has its own magic.
It's his own life and magic. Yeah, you don't.
If WrestleMania's booked well, it's guaranteed 10 both nights, no matter what. So I take that out and forget about WrestleMania. No, it doesn't feature in this year's awards, so I forgot about it. Potential pay-per-view of the year again already.
Yeah,
and it's the crowd.
I'm matching the Cody and AJ.
Yeah. And there's the first match, mate. I really love the Bloodline match. I think if you took that out of France and put it back in America, would we be giving it?
I would.
Don't forget.
I hate this thing, right? That American fans are like, oh, our crowds are just as good as the European crowds.
The
Like,
shy.
it's not a fucking chance.
I
It's,
won't even say it's European crowds after Puerto Rico. Any crowd outside mainland USA and Canada are
they've been
way up
spoiled.
for it.
yeah.
Because they get it week in, week out, no problems. They have everything. You take it out there and you treat a country to it. So Puerto Rico was absolutely Puerto Rico. I voted it was my pay-per-view for the year last year. They were absolutely amazing. France just made us all look shit. I was
Puerto
sitting
Rico
there and
did
I
that
was,
last year though.
but we made it back at Money in the Bank. We give them a run for the money at Money in the Bank. But the Scottish crowd have got to do England justice now, come June, and get way behind it. Everybody needs to learn every song. But no,
Think about that show is, I don't know about you guys. Why is it so expensive? It's so expensive.
So
the tickets at the moment are only double tickets, so it's
Combo
SmackDown
tickets,
and
aren't they?
Clash. Yeah, so they've only released the combo tickets at the moment.
So on Clash, they pulled them. They pulled them brand new tickets because they've not sold anywhere near as many as WWE thought they would. So they pulled them. I'm just going to look now to see if they're back. But I think they are. No upcoming events.
When did I go on? I think I went on Friday and they were still on. It might have been Thursday.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
remember,
sorry,
so-
no, it is there again. They put it back on, but I'll put any money as the tickets are still 475 quid.
Yeah, because I went on one of the days because I was looking to get tickets to watch Tenacious D.
I did the same.
How much?
85 quid for Tenacious D tickets.
That's not
I
bad.
was going to see Miles Kennedy as well.
No. But it's just it was this week. I mean, no way I was getting the time off at that short notice. But yeah, no, that's why they're so expensive. They'll drop them down, but I don't think you'll get cheap tickets as like you can probably get all in. You can get 30 for 20 quid.
No.
I'm unsure. I might turn up to AEW, but I've not decided 100% yet. I've not made it
It's
off.
on the ball.
I'm not going.
I think what I'll do is I'm going to go, I'll catch the bus down and I'll just get a cheap 30 quid ticket. I'll sit in the gods to go and see Will Ospreay win the AEW championship.
Yeah, I got
Tony
my
can't
tickets.
fuck it up.
My tickets were 80 something quid. I bought them when they got like dropped at Christmas. We already had a hotel pre-booked. We already said last summer that we were coming down again for it, and I'll do it again next summer. It's a weekend in London, a bank holiday weekend, isn't it? So it's not a bad. I think the worst things to be doing at the weekend.
So the press conference afterwards, we had obviously we always have the questions for Cody Rhodes and whatever. Triple H got asked about a stadium in France, and he said Nick Khan texted him during the show and said stadium ? For France, and then he said Mayor Khan has just been re-elected in London. I'm waiting for him to ring me about WrestleMania. And then he got asked a question about Drew Gulak. Now, over the past week, we've had some releases. Drew Gulak is in there as one of them. We all know why, because of the accusations. However, he got asked that, and the gentleman that asked him, was it because he got released? His contract, he got released from his contract, and he turned around and said, "If you're gonna ask me a question, get it from someone that's about somebody who gets a credible source." Now, Fightful and PW Insider have started crying because Triple H said they didn't get released. His contract came to an end, and we didn't renew it. Is that Triple H backing up, just going, yeah, do you know what? Contract ended, or is it actually they released him because of that?
So I love how Cody Rhodes called Drew Gulak a bell end like 7 years ago.
Years ago.
He did on the Busted Open.
Yeah.
And you know what? We've got there's, and obviously don't jump down my throat, everybody watches. We have no concrete proof that what happened. We have her side, we have his side. I get what WWE done. They had to take it serious because they've done it over the past. They had her side, his side, and they released many superstars because of that. Both sides, obviously, works both ways. And I think that's Triple H not deflecting away from the subject. I think that's Triple H basically in a business sense saying that he's basically, for me, he's saying his contract's come to an end. That's why we let him go because we can't prove it, whatever, here nor there, what happened.
Yeah.
And he weren't doing much anyway. He was just in, I was saying this yesterday. You were in Charlie Dempsey's group, the
he was a part of the no catch quarter or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
So,
that's it. Let's be honest, he hasn't done nothing. He came in at 205. Came in with 205. He bounced around for a while. He was part of the 24-hour title runs. That's the only time you've really seen him for a while.
He was a part of Daniel Bryan WrestleMania Intercontinental run during the pandemic, which was weird.
Oh shit! Yeah, he became Bryan's little mentor, like
Daniel Bryan needed a mentor.
Yeah.
Weird.
Again.
Vince, man.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince McMahon.
Right.
That's what happens when Vince gets let loose. Like that's...
Innit? So a few other releases. Cameron Grimes has been released.
That made me sad. That did make me sad. And the video that they put out.
Yeah.
They've slept on him. They've slept on him, and we've said it many times on here.
We have.
They've slept too. Yeah. What was it, Andrew Everard or something?
Andrew Everett. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll go back to TNA. He'll go back to where he was. He's a good wrestler. That I think they did that whole $1 million stock market thing with him.
Yeah.
In NXT, and then dragged him up, and then did fuck all with him in the main tier.
Yeah. Gable Stevenson.
What's his called? What the other guy that come up from NXT? And it was very similar to Happy Corbin's fucking mate. I can't think of
Madcap Moss.
That's the one. He was really good. And when they split him off, he looked like he was set to go and set the world on fire. And they did nothing with him. It's the exact same thing. Yeah,
that bunch of releases. Emma got released.
That were mad. She's not really done much either.
She's not. Apparently, she don't want to wrestle.
Ah, right.
Okay. On a Twitch with Madcap. Madcap wants to get back.
I thought she got released ages ago.
She did. They got released. Was it October?
Yeah,
as soon as they announced Elimination Chamber, they released her.
Yeah, because she weren't happy.
She weren't happy.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But they've both been wrestling in Australia this weekend. I think try and get the feels back out for it and feel like see if they want to get back into it again. But apparently they're really happy in Australia and they don't want to leave Australia. So I think it'll just be stuff going on over there.
Australia's got a couple of little independent shows that had brought some decent talent through. I think there's one of them in New Japan at the moment. He did tag with Will Ospreay.
Robbie Eagles.
That's it, Robbie Eagles. That's the one. He came through from
That's
Australia.
why he's the New Japan guy.
But then you look as well. Look, Rhea would have came through from there, so it's got a decent little following out there.
Fair. Yeah. Gable Stevenson's been released. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised whatsoever.
Yeah, right.
He's on the Olympics. They signed him thinking we're going to get another Kurt Angle here. He's then gone, I want to compete in the Olympics again. Right, okay. And then every time they brought him in, the fans had just not been behind him in any shape or form. But not like Kurt Angle, when the fans booed him. They just couldn't give a fuck about him.
Yeah.
Well, just don't look at that match he had in NXT, and that'll show you all you need to know about why he's been released. Literally. I think he got an ovation at WrestleMania 38 when Orton, Riddle, and the Street Profits made a big deal out of him. That was it. When he did the suplex on Gable. Yeah. I think that was the only time he's had a pop. I don't think he's had a pop since. So you've seen a bit. There's only one other person that's two, if you watch NXT. Boa has been released, and Valentina Ferros has been released. If you watch NXT, you know they made a few appearances, nothing major. Boa had made quite a few appearances. Then the rest are all from that John Cena Roku channel thing that he's been doing, the next gen thing. Yeah. They've all been released. And then obviously we had Jinder, Don't Hinder Jinder. He'll go to
Xia Li.
TNA. He'll go to TNA. She'll go to TNA.
I said that. I want him in TNA. Hold that title, mate. It'd be sick. Xia Li, Veer Mahan, and the other one. Sanga. I can't remember his name. That's Zion Quinn as well. He got released.
But yeah, Xia Li and
Von Wagner is it as well.
Oh, Van Wagner, yeah.
Yeah, Guru Raj.
Not sure who he is.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no major releases like in terms of like Seth or someone like that. Seth's just signed a new contract.
There's one more person that's been released. It's only just come out now. Jerry Lawler.
Jerry Lawler. Yes, Jerry Lawler has been released from his broadcasting contract.
Yeah.
It said that if Vince McMahon was still in charge, he'd still be a part of it. But because they're going through a new era, new changes, he's been let go. And then Backlash, we got the QR code now. If you went to the QR code and you listened to the two voice notes, they sounded like they were talking about a bunch of people rather than just one or two. They were dead creepy, dead weird. Santi put them on his stream. I went to go and do it, and it apparently didn't sound right. It sounded weird, so I just stopped doing it. Listened to him on my own, and then it came out the group that, and I hate these news sites for doing this. Uncle Howder, obviously Bo Dallas, Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, Dexter Loomis, and Joe Gacy. Looks like the White Six.
What about Eric Rowan?
I've heard Rowan as well.
And Rowan. Yes, and Rowan, sorry, yes. Rowan signed a contract with WWE last week. An official contract. But we all kind of knew anyway, because he cancelled all his dates, didn't he, for indies and stuff.
Yeah.
Debuting tonight? Or are they going to leave it for King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia where they won't get a pop?
They need to do it before then. They need to do it in a live Raw or SmackDown.
I do it tonight.
I think we're ready for the trigger to be pulled, especially Raw, because Braun's there too. Because he's another name. Yeah. He was in one of last week's videos of Dead Mares. So we could potentially see more than 6 in the White Six.
I don't want Strowman in it.
Because he came back with Jay. I think it's Strowman they're going to come back and fuck with. I think that's where they're going to come in. They're going to come back and fuck with Strowman. And I think that's how they're going to come in. Because I've been sat thinking about it. Like, who could they come in and mess with right away? That would make sense.
So I'm hoping that they're coming in to right the wrongs from Bray. That's what I want to see. So I want to see the Strowman. I want him to go after Cena around WrestleMania time. Let's say and Cena fighting the White Six at Mania. That finishes him off. And you go and right and wrongs. That's the only thing the group does. They come in for a little bits at a time. I think that's your problem with Wyatt stuff. You don't want them on TV all the time. You need them on TV now and again.
I get that, but then how do we use and utilize Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss in that?
It's a tough. This is why I could book Bray Wyatt amazingly, but I could understand why he was booked like he has been. Because Bray Wyatt should have been a now and again character. The Fiend stuff, it should have been every now and again he comes back to right a wrong. That should have been the whole thing with the Fiend. His writing everything that's been done that everything was done wrong by Bray. The Fiend should have been there to fix. That's how Bray's character should have been booked. That's how that character should have been booked.
That's why you had the two personas, and that's why it would have worked perfectly. And maybe to do that, did you have the two personas? Is it Bo Dallas? When he's Bo Dallas, he's Bo Dallas, but when he has the mask on, he's Uncle Howdy.
That'd be a way of working it, and that'd be.
And then obviously you got Bliss. Bliss is Bliss, but when she comes out with Uncle Howdy, she has the veil and all that, and she's Sister Abigail.
So like split personality kind of thing.
Split personalities, yeah. So the split personality thing, there's so many people that's trying to do that down the lines with WWE, and they've never really gone on board with it. I think Triple H would be the man to get on board with it. Cody was one. that tried doing it. He wanted to do a split personality thing to end Stardust, where
Yes,
he'd be in full Cody gear, go to his locker, open his locker, and there'd be Stardust's gear in there, and he'd be like, "What?" Close it, and then open it again. It's his gear. Or he would look in the mirror, and he'd have Stardust looking back at him. And like in the middle of matches, a bit like Venom. Like Tom Hardy with Venom talks to him, and then he takes over. In the middle of the match, Cody be doing dashing Cody stuff, and then all of a sudden he'll hiss and hit Stardust's moves and stuff like that. I think split personality thing will work really well because you're gonna have Joe Gacy in that. Who imagine Joe Gacy
in NXT anyway.
Yeah, imagine Joe Gacy doing the Firefly, the Funhouse version of himself, where he's all happy, cheerful, this like almost like kids' TV program. It'd be weird to see. It's very like very serial killer, psychopath-esque. They've got that two sides to them where they're all nice. Because I do think they'll utilise that as well.
I'm hoping
we'll see the Firefly Funhouse come back, and you'll see them all being nicey, because you've got Nikki Cross could be Nikki ASH in the Firefly Funhouse sort of person, being everybody's hero. Dexter's the one I think will be the hardest to do because the whole character is just weird.
He's just silent. He doesn't talk.
He's just silent, and he's got indie.
I think he's silent, and he does like an art portion. Like they go to him, like in the Firefly, like, oh, let's see what Dexter's drawn.
Which is a little thing.
And he turns around.
Wyndham.
Yeah.
Because that's what Wyndham did, wasn't it?
But he turns his painting around, and that's the next person they're going for.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
But I'm hoping they're doing this right. I'm praying that they do this right, because
I just want everybody to get behind it and protect Bo, because Bo is, as it's been seen on everything recently, many and stuff, Bo is still struggling massively with this, and obviously betraying his brother's creation is going to be tough for him. I just hope the crowd get behind it. They get the full backing from creative, which I believe they will do now, because it's Triple H.
Get the full backing with Triple H.
Yeah,
I think Triple H is open to it, and I just hope it's done right. I'm right with you there. They don't need gold, but if you're going to push him for gold, don't put any major gold around Bo Dallas for about 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to put gold on him. Put the tag team titles on the guys, tag titles on the women, mid-card title on some of the guys, but Bo doesn't touch gold until it's a big one, and it's in like 2 or 3 years' time.
He doesn't, because I don't think that character needs a belt. Like,
it doesn't. The Fiend didn't need it.
Didn't need a belt.
And it annoyed me when he won it because he didn't need it. That's not what the Fiend was about. The Fiend was getting into your head.
The issue with the Fiend winning it. The issue with Fiend winning it would have been the same issue of Demon Balor winning the title. It's they're meant to be untouchable, and obviously Goldberg buried and beat the Fiend, which then, for me, killed the Fiend's bit of buzz.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but then the same.
When did that happen? See, that never happened. See, I don't know what you're on about. Like, that can't.
Yeah, no, you're talking about something that didn't happen, John. What are you going on about?
It's in the history.
You look at it like that, then the Finn Balor, Demon Finn did lose the NXT title to Samoa Joe.
Yeah, he did. He choked him out, yeah.
But if you're going to do it like that, then don't have the Demon lose, or don't have Uncle Howdy lose. Yeah, it's hard. It's harder with Uncle Howdy.
If it's Bo Dallas, Bo Dallas gets beat. Bo Dallas gets beat, but when he comes out,
that's what. Howdy, it's going to be Uncle Howdy though. He's not going to have a split personality. It's Uncle Howdy. That's who he is. It's not going to be Bo Dallas. It's Uncle Howdy. So with the Fiend, it was different because you could have. It should have been Bray Wyatt lose the title, not the Fiend. Then it would seem like the Fiend's beating Bray from the inside.
Yeah, and you brought the Fiend back a few weeks later and takes the title straight.
Exactly like that. And that's what Vince didn't do. He didn't book it right. He didn't think about it because he thought, it's just a shit character. Goldberg's muscler. We'll put it on muscler.
You look outside the Undertaker and Kane. He's never been a fan of the obscure gimmicks as such.
No, he hasn't.
You
at all.
look at Mankind, and obviously take away the fun side of later Mankind, the early Mankind, the Eater of Worlds Mankind. But he reluctantly put the title around his waist, and I think that was more to do to get eyes on TV more than anything. Creating a hardcore title out of bits just so Mankind had something.
What a title!
Looked at great title, some of the greatest moments in Attitude Era history.
Exactly.
But yeah, if you look at the rest of them down the line, it's none of them's ever really done anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because Vince likes wrestlers like the Repo Man
and Big Akeem and
Akeem the Dream.
What was the other one called? Bastion Bugger.
Yeah.
Yep, that happened, folks.
Did you know when he's finished?
So obviously,
do you know his finisher was
called?
Do you know Bastion Bugger's finisher was called heading into the Batcave?
Was it really?
I'll send you a video after this because I know we don't promote other wrestling related channels like that. Well, we try not to. So yeah, they do a video.
Unless you want to work with him, hi Zanti.
Yeah, unless you want to work with us and help us, then all by means. But until then,
yeah, there's the 10 worst finishing moves, and that was ranked up there as the worst finisher, and that was the name of it.
I can see it, to be fair. Dead quick. Raw's on tonight. The match card is as follows. It looks sick. Gunther v Sheamus, Ricochet and Ilya, Kofi Kingston spelt right versus Rey Mysterio because they didn't spell his name right on TV on Saturday. Drew versus Finn, Io versus Natalia, Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka, Shayna versus Zelina, Zoe Stark versus Ivy Nile. Mate, what a fucking lineup!
Queen of the Ring. The only one I have issue there is Lyra Valkyria Asuka. I like both of them. I like both of them. No, it's going to be a great match, but I would rather see them face other people because I would like to see them further in the tournament, not early doors. I like Asuka. I really like Asuka.
Yeah.
And Valkyrie is really good as well. Putting them on there, I know Asuka and the Kabuki Warriors and all that rubbish, but later, give me that match later. Put that on the pay-per-view.
Gunther v Sheamus is winning.
It's got to be a slap. It's got to be a slap fest. It's got to be amazing, but it's going to be Gunther, innit? It's got to be Gunther.
Yeah.
Sorry, Teddy. What did you say then? Sorry, before I started talking.
It's alright, mate. Did you see just that the Kairi Sane did Naito's finishing move as a move to Jade on the thingy card?
I don't know what that is.
His finishing move is like a Destino where you flip over and they like take him down. Like she did it as just a normal move, and it like, oh, that's you don't see that move, and it did shock me. So from that, it just clicked into my head. I am sorry for breaking up.
No, it's alright, mate. Don't worry about it. No, it's fine. Ricochet Ilya.
Ilya's gonna win, but it's gonna be a banger of a match.
Yeah.
See, I feel Ilya, but I think because they've put the speed title around Ricochet's waist, could he? I reckon I want Ilya. I do want Ilya. There's just that little small part of me thinking that he got to push.
He brought Ilya up his first official night on Raw as a Raw superstar. He ain't losing. Not a chance. Kofi Ray.
Kofi will win because of Dom. Dom will get involved. Yeah. Shenanigans.
Yeah. Drew Finn.
Drew's gonna kick his head off. I've just seen Finn's head go flying past my window from that claymore that he's gonna get.
After this weekend, I want Finn out of Judgment Day for another reason as I want Finn to have a solo run now. I'm bored of him being second fiddle. He's such a good wrestler. People forget he was the first Universal Champion. Probably one of the best NXT champions of all time. I'm done with him in Judgment Day being second fiddle. Third fiddle, Mammy's around.
So he splits up. Where'd you put him?
Not with that bobblehead.
No. But where'd you put him?
Mid card. You put him mid card. Put him.
It's Sammy.
You could split.
Reed.
Yeah. Or you could flip him to SmackDown and you could do a decent job of Logan as well.
I would just about to say Logan would be the one.
Him as Finn as a baby.
Yeah, Finn as babyface Finn, yeah.
Fair play. I can see it. Io Natalya.
Sorry, just back on it, because I would like to see interactions between him and GOD as well.
Yeah, that's why I throwing him over there as well.
He's got history.
They've had in New Japan.
Yeah,
so,
Tama and him are the originators of Bullet Club. That's where Bullet Club was born. Yeah.
There's massive history there.
So is the Bullet Club called like NWO, where it's like everybody fucking joined it and now everybody's part of it?
So, right.
This is why we need the video.
Yeah.
Hang on. Have we got time? Because United kick off in 45 minutes.
2 minutes, 2 really quick minutes, right? So it started off. Me and Ted we'll do a little history on it for you.
No, he told me before what you're gonna do.
So Finn was a top gaijin, and his bodyguard was Bad Luck Fale. Okay, and he was tagging with who was he tagging with? For Fale, one of the New Japan sweethearts.
Fucking Red Gucci. Oh, the fucking funky pants.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he got to the point where they were done with him, so they turned him heel against him, and Fale came in as his bodyguard. Then there was a conversation between. They brought in Carl Anderson before they brought in Gallows, and they wanted to create a gaijin, which is a foreigner's stable, and then Carl Anderson and Finn was to head it. Bullet Club was Carl Anderson's idea. They had Fale, who is Hawaiian.
So he's Tongan.
Is he Tongan? Yeah, he's Tongan. You had obviously Finn from Ireland, Carl's from America. Brought in.
Why did you put your Irish accent on them when you said Ireland?
Did I?
It's from Ireland.
Yeah, you said Ireland. It's from Ireland.
I cannot naturally. And then you had Tama join them. They were the original 4. And then throughout the years, they add more members like the Young Bucks. I think Young Bucks then came in next. They then introduced Kenny as Finn went. I don't believe Finn got kicked out though. I think Finn went before he kicked him out. AJ came in. Oh, AJ came in before Kenny. Kenny kicked him out. We'll do a full history on it, but
yeah.
To a degree, I get what you mean. It sort of was like NWO, but not everybody just got put in. It was a select few that put in.
It just felt like everyone had Bullet Club t-shirts, and I was like, the fuck is he joined it now as well? Fuck me.
Now it does feel like they just put people in it just to keep it going. The one they slept on, who was meant to join them, but Triple H made a call just before it happened, was Drew McIntyre.
Oh, okay.
He could have been a leader of Bullet Club. That would have been sick.
That's why when Cody, it was Cody in the mind. Go on.
Anyway, Io versus Natalya.
Io's got to win that. She's just come back off. She's just started on Raw.
Lyra Valkyria versus Asuka.
I have no clue because that's a 50-50. I reckon that's the way.
If you're going off Ilya sort of thought, it's a first night, it's gonna be Lyra, isn't it?
Yeah. Shayna Zelina.
I think it's gonna be a bad night. Yeah, it's gonna be a bad night for the LWO. Yeah.
Zoe Stark, Ivy Nile.
I would do Ivy Nile. I do like Ivy Nile.
Yeah,
but I don't mind Stark, but I prefer Ivy Nile. I
prefer Zoe than Ivy. Me, I'm the other way. Is that it? Oh, last thing that's just popped up. It's not breaking news, but WWE's willingness to host WrestleMania in London has been unveiled. Unveiled. Obviously, after this weekend, after Khan suggested that he wanted WrestleMania, and then Triple H said we should talk. He said London is a world leader in major sports events and has been at the heart of some of the most memorable sporting moments of the last few decades, from the Olympics to the Lionesses winning the Euros at Wembley to the Ashes at Lord's and the Oval. London is where it's at. If I'm re-elected on the 2nd of May, this is what he said obviously before the re-election, I'm determined to go even further and fully cement London's reputation as the undisputed sports capital of the world. I believe that London has the potential to host the first international WrestleMania. In the meantime, my message to anyone traveling to Paris... Oh, that was about Paris Olympics. According to PW Insider, after they stopped crying, future decisions about WrestleMania locations will prioritise cities capable of offering substantial rights fees through bidding by local governments and markets, Should London, for instance, provide a significant financial incentive, which it fucking will, if WWE President Nick Khan and his team would entertain the idea, prioritizing profit maximization across all revenue streams, the shift underscores WWE's evolving focus on its financial interests superseding traditional planning. The enthusiasm for London as a potential WrestleMania host extends beyond Mayor Khan's remarks. Figures within the wrestling industry, such as Triple H and Cody Rhodes, have also voiced support the idea. As discussions continue, only time will reveal whether WrestleMania will grace London. I think it will. I'm more like 60% sure now it will. 70%.
Yeah, so
But because
2026.
Yeah, I think it'll be 2026. With Las Vegas being next year.
Yeah,
I think it'll be 2026, man.
So, could you imagine no Americans in the crowd? Well, you can have a few Americans, but the majority of an English crowd at Mania. It'd be fucking insane. Like just like All In, All In last year. Listen to all the fan reactions for that. It was just an insane environment. I'd be paying them 450 quid seats again. 100%.
This is it, and the fact that it'll be at Wembley. Now I know obviously All In was, but this is WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it'll be sold out, and it won't be just obviously every single country around the world will go shit WrestleMania in Europe, especially European countries will go. So in our flight.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It'll be sold out. I will spend whatever money I have to get there.
Yeah, so 100%.
I won't miss it.
But by that point, we've got 2 years left. So by that point, we will be a huge.
We'll be a part of him anyways, a partner anyway. So we're chilling.
Exactly. They'll be sending us tickets.
Exactly. Yeah, we've not spoken about AEW much. There's literally been nothing about AEW. There's currently a documentary in works for Swerve, but apart from that, there's been nothing. Ray Phoenix has been pulled for apparently he didn't receive medical clearance and he wrestled. Don't know how that works. And Ric Flair did have a heart attack during his final match. What a surprise! We didn't know because he didn't show up after match.
Ric Flair also did get kicked out of a pizzeria this weekend. Don't know if you've seen
Breaking
that
news.
story. Yeah, he got into an argument with how long the kitchen staff took in the toilet, so they booted him out because he was kicking off.
Ric
Standard
Flair
Ric Flair behaviour.
16-time world champion. And also, Joe Hendry finished top 6 last week. He was at number 2. No, he was at number 1. Then he dropped down to 2, then 3, then went back up to 1, then dropped down.
Yeah.
We nearly beat the Swifties. So still buy it because on Radio 1 apparently played it the other day. I'm so confused at what actually it was. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I do believe in Joe. I was trying to bait him into a social media interaction by tagging him in that Instagram post, but he didn't interact with it, unfortunately.
I do that all the time on that Twitter, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I bigged up Jade Cargills this weekend. Why she not followed me? I don't fucking know. But whatever.
Is that why it says we're blocked when I go on our Wrestling Fellas page and follow people?
No.
Blocked.
Awkward. I think we have from Sean Rossap. It wouldn't let me see his profile the other day. Oh no, he's there. It must have just not been loading properly.
Greatest wrestler of all time, John Cena follows it, so that's all that matters.
It's true. John Cena does follow it as well.
Twitter game complete.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Now we just need someone famous on TikTok to follow us.
John?
Yeah. What are you doing, John?
I think that's it for this week, isn't it? It's once again it's an odd one. We're recording on Monday instead of Tuesday, so we've no Raw till tonight. But yeah, I think that's it. Covered everything up this week.
Yeah, just watch out for Teddy's video dropping. It's always a short one. It literally is a short video. He's just going to explain what he's going to be doing for us. We've got Matt. I've got a Matt v John coming out this weekend, returning on 2K23. because we need to fucking finish it.
But no, right. Like we normally do. Obviously, you see it up, above and down below. Matt's
It's
fixed
got
the spelling now. Don't forget to go hit all social medias up. The next letter will be coming in my alphabet. I just not been well to sit and concentrate on it. I can't friggin' breathe out my nose. But yeah, that'll be coming on the TikTok page. Obviously, Matt does his little blind reacts, pisses people off. But yeah, head over to social medias. Follow it. Every time I do one, it cuts me off halfway. That's why I've not done one like myself. I get halfway through it, put 10 minutes on it, halfway through it cuts me off, and it well annoys me because I'm halfway through, but it's like, hey, what are you doing?
Why does it do that? That's
And I don't know, mate. I don't know if there's a problem with my app or what. I've updated it and all that stuff. But no, guys, until next time, keep an eye out for videos and peace.
Peace.
Peace. Yeet.